Welcome back to Mountain Connections. On this Health and Wellness Thursday, we have a very important discussion focusing on healthcare and translation services. Imagine that you are in need of urgent care, but you can't understand the doctors, the staff, the nurses. Well, unfortunately, this happens to many individuals, and there's a service now to help with this. I have Andy and Bruno here to tell us more about this today. So grateful they're both here with us. Andy, let's start with you. Tell me about your experiences with this problem.
It's our number one priority here at Uphealth to really be able to, empower everybody to have equal access to the care that they deserve, and we do that through language interpretation. And kind of to the story, my brother was actually traveling in Mexico and was injured very badly, and we learned firsthand what a language barrier was. We were unable to speak Spanish, and the providers didn't speak English. And that fear and that anxiety that having a loved one injured was, just absolutely incredible. And so we set out to find a way to, bridge that gap of communication so that everybody could be understood when they come into a hospital and receive the care that they need.
Andy, tell us more about this service, when it can be utilized. Can you use it for remote visits? How does it work? And is there any cost to the patient?
Absolutely. So the name of the product is Marty by Uphealth. And the great thing about it is when a patient presents to a hospital, it's free of charge to them to have the service available to them. If a patient presents and they are needing interpretation services, our Marty device, which could be done on an iPad or a telephone, they can actually access 250 different languages, including American Sign Language. Push of a button, get an interpreter on there, and have communication between your provider and yourself in trying to find out what's wrong and try to get better. The great thing about it is that the anxiety and the fear completely goes away from the patient. The providers have satisfaction because they can understand what the patient is saying and what they need. So it's an all-around great experience for both patient and provider.
Bruno, as a medical interpreter, give us a play-by-play on how this works on your end, from when you are contacted to how you communicate with the patient and the staff.
Sure, absolutely. So when a call comes in, upon answering, we introduce ourselves to the patient and the medical professionals that are in the room. And whether it's an ER visit or a remote doctor's appointment or just even triage with a nurse, we explain that once we're set up, in other words, after the introduction, there's no need to refer to the patient in the third person, just pretend like we're not in the room, because the communication really is that seamless. And then when you asked about the reaction from the patients, I can say most uniformly, the reaction is one of relief because they're able to communicate in their language. And so since the communication can take place, in other words, any anxiety about communication barriers are just completely removed. And one of the other things that makes this such a good experience is that in years past, family members were dependent on to interpret, and even small children were interpreting for their parents and their siblings, or the reverse, that the parents, overwhelmed with concern over sick children, would also then interpret for the children. And oftentimes they're not certified sign language interpreters and their skill level might not be up to the situation. So it's relief, and because the communication is completely seamless, it allows us to meet the company goal of empowering each patient. So it's a great service.
Andy, how do we know which hospitals utilize this service, and what can we do to help more hospitals and urgent care facilities get on board?
Well, that's a great question. So, the Title VI of the Civil Rights Act actually mandates that the hospitals provide services for our limited English proficient and deaf patients. And we work very closely with our partner hospitals in getting that messaging available right at the point of entry of the hospital. We have the signage that is in the target language of individuals so that they understand that the services are available and that they are at no cost to them to access. And then if a hospital is looking to add these services, we'd like them to come out and visit us on our website at Uphealth Inc. That's all one word, uphealthinc.com. And we can help get the services set up in their facilities.
Thank you so much, Andy and Bruno, for joining us today. Really appreciate this important information of how to make sure that everyone can understand their healthcare and get those interpretation services that they need when they need it the most. We'll be back with more right after this.